Good evening, Murat. A match about what sort of game you're expecting tomorrow night. England might change their formation, they might change some of their personnel. Switzerland might need to try and win the match in the opening 45 minutes, just as they did against Italy. Or it might be a completely different match. What do you reckon?
We don't know what England plans to do. They have a lot of quality in their team to play a quarterfinal. We are in good shape. We have a lot of self-confidence, and we have shown that in several games, that we can play against big teams. We played against the defending champion. We played well against the host, Germany. And so we will cause problems for the English, and we will see what happens in the end.
You play in England, you know them well, you know many of the players. Do you think it's an advantage for them that you know them, or an advantage for you?
Yes, all players know each other. They have so much quality. So we know what to expect in terms of quality. I don't think it's right to compare club football with national teams. And yes, we will be playing against club colleagues, but I don't think the game tomorrow has a lot to do with that. I don't think it's an advantage for anyone. A question for Murat. In almost every game, you surprised your opponent and created problems for them. So what is the plan for tomorrow? How will you disconcert the English team? I'm in a good position. Everyone is on board. We work together. We've been working together for several months. We talk, we discuss and work on details, and we are happy just to be in this moment, to be doing this. We have played well, and we were able to create problems for big opponents. I put the players on the field who are in form and who can play the formation so that we can create problems for our opponents. And I give them advice and confidence so that players can take on responsibility, are also capable of individual actions. The mood within the team is good, and I'm in a good position to be able to manage this team, and that we have developed our game together. A question for both. Is this the game of your life? The last games, I've been asked that question, the last 2 games. And I hope I will be asked the question again next week and that things will continue. Of course, it's always a highlight. This is not something that you experience every day. But perhaps you can ask me that question again next week. Same answer. I would say the same thing. 20 minutes. Granit was a little bit injured, but he trained with the team. What happens if Granit Xhaka drops out during the game? Granit has a lot of experience. He is fit and he trained with the team. I count on him 100%, and I think he will play a great game tomorrow. Together with his team, we're all excited about tomorrow's game. A question to Fabian Schar. This is not your first duel against Harry Kane. How will you handle this, and how will you stop him tomorrow? I think it's the whole team. It's not just him that we have to stop. We have to stop the entire English team. They have a lot of quality. We know how dangerous and difficult it can be. But we have been good at defending during this tournament, and we helped each other. And the same will be true for tomorrow. Otherwise, it will become more difficult. Question for Fabian. After the game with Italy, Manuel said he really wants to play against England because he thinks that Swiss football doesn't have the same position as English club football. Is it the same for you? Do you want to show the English how good you can play? Yes, of course I would like to show that. But I wouldn't underestimate England. They have seen us play as well in the last few games. And of course they know what our strengths are. But for us and Switzerland, it would be great to show what we are capable of. And I'm looking forward to the game against England. And for me, I have been living in England for 6 years, and I'm looking forward to it. Last 2 questions, please. Another question to Fabian. You've been living in England for 6 years. So, of course, you have a lot of contacts. So what do you know about the mood in England? England has been weak so far, but it should be enough to play against the Swiss? Or do you think that the English themselves see the Swiss as the favorites now? What have you seen? I haven't had a lot of contact in the last few days with my contacts in England, so I'm not in a position to judge that. No matter how they played, they are in the quarterfinals. So nobody's interested how they played in the group phase and in the games before that. They have a lot of quality, and anytime they can hurt their opponents. So we need to be prepared for that.
Fabian, you've been in England for 6 years now. There are rumours that England will be playing three at the back tomorrow, like Switzerland. Do you think this is a possibility that they will no longer play four at the back?
Also possible that they play as they have done so far. That's not something we can judge. We need to be prepared. We try to concentrate on our game, on our strengths, and hope that that will be enough tomorrow, the way we play. No, that's not something you can plan beforehand. We had a few problems of who could play a striker because Mbolo and Breg were injured. So there were some issues. And I think we also adapted our formation, so we have fast, flexible players. So it's not that we have a goal-getter in our team. And our statistics show that we have 7 different goal scorers. So, yeah, we have different options when it comes to the attack and
As an Italian, a slightly sarcastic question. Did you rest up against Italy in the last 16? Or besides my sarcasm, given that you played a game like that and England actually had to chase back and chase the game, 95th minute equaliser, play extra time, in a very short, compact tournament like this, how much can that actually help you in the long run?
to play against Italy, the European champion. Of course, we were very motivated. We were in good shape, and they probably had a bad moment. That was an advantage for us, and we are very happy that we were able to play the game, and that gave us more confidence. And our fans were also very happy, and our country celebrated with us. That's the kind of moments we live for, and we are very grateful for that.